All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in His truth. I'm Pathakamath Jim S. Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with another quick hit lesson. I think I'm going to entitle this one, "The Cry is Going Out, and the Elect Hears It." You know, it's just that simple, man. You know, we're in the times of the sealing of the elect, man, you know, which is what this thing is all about, man. The elect being sealed, which are going to be the first fruits of the coming kingdom, you know, via our big brother Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? And that's the order, Yahweh Shai, King David, the 144,000, man, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the 1/3 is going to be under them, and the 2/3 will be under them, because they're going to receive the kingdom too, you know, after it's all said and done. So, and of course, the other nations will flow under that, which, you know, they're not a part of the kingdom, but they're going to be there in the kingdom as slaves for the first 1,000 years. After that 1,000 years, of course, the Edomites will be done away with, and the other nations will get to go back to their lands and have their own economy set up. And of course, they'll just be tributaries to the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. It's coming. But prior to that, the times we're in right now, that's an overall synopsis of what's coming, man. You know, going into the kingdom of heaven. In the times we're in now, you know, is the sealing of the elect. And that cry is going out, man, which is the title of the lesson. The cry is going out, and the elect hears it. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming back into this thing. So I just wanted to go into a real quick hit lesson, man. Hopefully this won't be too long, man. But hey, we're just going to flow through the spirit. And, you know, without any further ado, the first scripture I want to bring out is Matthew 25, which is going into those foolish, the 5 wise virgins, and the 5 foolish. And this is Matthew 5 and 25. Matthew 25 and verse 6. And it reads, "And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him." So the point of that was that cry going out, man, which this particular cry going out is during the time of the deliverance, man, the salvation. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says, "Behold, the bridegroom cometh," which we know that bridegroom is Yahweh Shai. Go ye out to meet him, which those that's going to meet him are the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? Those predestinated for that salvation in these times to come, man, which we're, you know, is soon at hand, is at nigh, it's nigh at hand, man. It's near, it's soon coming, you know. But it says, and at midnight, which that midnight equals that 12th hour, that 7th trouble, that 7th vial destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, let me that brings me this to my mind right here. This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1, and it reads, "And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials." There it is. That's those 7 troubles, those 7 woes, those 7 destructions, "and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." And of course, we know that great whore is talking about America. So that's going into that 7th vial, or that 7th trouble, that destruction that's coming to America, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that 7th destruction, let me get this real quick. It's going into this right here. That 7th vial, that destruction, which is that completion, man. You know, 7 represents completion. So that we've come to the completion of this wickedness, Esau's rule and reign and rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're heading into the kingdom of heaven. Revelation 7 and 1. And it reads, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds," that's the destruction of the earth, "that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power." And that seal is this knowledge, man. You know, the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? The understanding of this Bible, man, the true understanding of it, not Christianity. That's some BS, man. "Having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the Most High in their foreheads. That's what that cry is doing, man. That cry is going out to seal the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in their foreheads, putting this knowledge, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, the truth of the scriptures in their brain, man. You know, which is how they're going to sort out the deliverance, man. You know what I'm saying? Because those men are going to have that glow to their brains, where everybody else's brain is going to be dull, black, look like a piece of coal, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, verse 4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So that's all that's for, man. You know, and of course, 5 through 8 goes through the 12,000 from each tribe. And then verse 9 goes into that multitude of Israelites that are scattered among the other nations that's going to be bought out of those other nations, you know, those of the deliverance. So that's going into that seventh trouble, man, that seventh vial, man. This is the destruction that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that destruction is primarily here in America, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's going to touch, the Most High is going to touch other places in the earth. But the main place, that mainstay, is right here in America, man. So the seventh vial equals completion, man. You know, that destruction. And we're in the sixth vial right now. We're in that sixth trouble. You know, because that seventh trouble is the destruction. We're going to be delivered prior to that, man. We're in that time right now. The midnight represents that destruction, that seventh vial. You know what I'm saying? That seventh trouble. The deliverance is by way of the sixth, that sixth vial, the sixth trouble, you know, before then. So let me prove that real quick. This is Job chapter 5 and verse 19. And it reads, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. That's the deliverance, man. It says in 6 troubles. The seventh trouble, or that seventh vial, is a destruction. So the deliverance is going to come before the destruction, man, or simultaneously before everything is destroyed. It's going to be happening at the same time, because we're in the sixth trouble now. The seventh trouble, or the seventh vial, is going to come and start happening. So that's the deliverance. It'll be simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? But it'll actually be considered the sixth trouble, because if you were still here in the seventh trouble, you wouldn't make it out of here. So we're technically going to be delivered in the sixth trouble, right before the missiles hit and all the destruction happens. So it says, this is Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in the seventh, there shall no evil touch thee. So that's that deliverance from the evil, because that evil is coming, man. That evil day, as a matter of fact, let me go here real quick. It's Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. And it reads, the Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked, which are you Edomites, you self-proclaimed so-called white people, for the day of evil. And that day of evil is the day of destruction, man. You know, because he created you to be just that. Destruction, man, to destroy you, because you're going to destroy each other, and then he's going to come in and finish destroying you, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to come and finish off that destruction. So it says, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil, man. You know what I'm saying? And that evil day is approaching. As a matter of fact, he said in Malachi, the 4th chapter, which is the same thing, verse 5, Malachi 4 and 5, behold, I will send you Elijah, which Elijah has been here by way of Abba Bivens, if you can receive it. Elijah the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord, which is that same evil day, man. You know what I'm saying? So that evil day is upon us. As a matter of fact, I thought there was, let me see something real quick. Salakia, bear with me for a second. Let me see something. I thought there was another one that I was yeah, this is it right here. Ephesians. Let me click on this real quick. This is what I was looking for too. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, which is this truth, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this truth, because that's what it's all about. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand. And the only ones that's going to be able to stand in that day is the elect, man. You know, because they're going to be they're going to have that armor, the armor of the Most High, man. You know, they're going to have that whole armor, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they were predestinated to do so. You know what I'm saying? So going back to Job real quick, Job 5:19, one more time. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee. So no evil is going to touch the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? They will be delivered in the 6th trouble, which leads me to this right here. Let me go here real quick. Romans, the 13th chapter and verse 11. And it reads, and that knowing Salakia, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So because we're in that 11th hour now, we're in the 6th trouble now, which he just said, the deliverance in Job, the 5th chapter, verse 19, that deliverance is going to come in the 6th trouble, man. So deliverance is upon us now. That midnight hour is approaching, and is approaching fast, man. And that's why the scriptures say in Revelations, what is that? The 11th chapter, I think verse 14, that the World War III is coming, and it's as a matter of fact, I'm tearing that up. So let me just get it. Salakia. I don't want to jack it up like that. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. That's what that's going into. So all of these things are upon us, but going back to Matthew the 25th chapter and verse 6, it says, and at midnight, which is what all that's talking about, that destruction, there was a cry made. So that cry, which as a matter of fact, if I would have went up, let's go back real quick. 11, if I would have went up to verse 12, it reads, this is Revelations 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, which that cloud is a chariot, man, which what these people have been taught are UFOs, man. They're the clouds, the chariots. And their enemies beheld them. So all of these nations, especially you Edomites and even 2/3 of Israel, is going to behold the elect, the 1/3 being beamed up, man, into the chariots, man, receiving that salvation during the time of the 7th trouble, that 7th vial, man. Why? Because they heard that cry, man, that's spoken of in Matthew, the 25th chapter and verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry, and that's that cry, come up hither, man. Behold, the bridegroom cometh, Yahushai, go ye out to meet him, the elect, man. So that cry is being made now, though. You know, that's the cry during the time of salvation, but that cry is being made now in the earth to seal the elect. And let me go here real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1, and it reads, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. So that cry is going out, you know, hey, stop sleeping with your brother's wife, man, with your homeboy's wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. Stop celebrating your birthdays and holidays, man. These folly days, man. You know what I'm saying? Come back to your heritage as an Israelite. You're not a Christian, man. These are the things that we're teaching, man. That's what that's talking about. To cry aloud, spare not. That's that cry, man. Lift up your voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgression in the house of Jacob, which is you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, their sins, man. You know, because when you have to hear that cry in order to be to receive that salvation, man. This is John chapter 10 and verse 16, and it reads, and other sheep I have which are not of this fold. proving that there's a separation there, man. There's a fold, and then there's a it says that are not an other sheep. That means there's another fold, man. I have which are not of this fold. So there's a separation there, man. Them also I must bring. So he's going to have to bring them in, man, proving that's just one of those verses that helps prove that it's the scattered, the uncircumcision, the northern kingdom, which is what they're representative of, which are the uncircumcision, because the circumcision is representative of the southern kingdom, because there was a split after King Solomon's death, where the one kingdom split into two separate kingdoms, man, a divide in the nation, and this is going into that. And other sheep I have which are not of this fold, them also I must bring. So that northern kingdom has to be brought back in. That's why he had to make the southern kingdom fall as well, because they were being prideful, man, and they weren't trying to accept the northern kingdom. It says, and they shall hear my voice. So boom, proving that the Native Americans and the Latinos are Israelites, because they're hearing the cry, man. They're hearing the voice of Yahushai, and they're coming into this thing, and they're going harder than you niggas that's claiming that they're not Israelites, man. Why? Because they hear the cry. They hear the voice. These are the times we're in. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd. That's that two separate kingdoms that's been divided, brought back into one nation, one kingdom. And you can get that in that account, that prophecy in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. It goes into that. And Yahushua is going to be the head. Of course, it's going to be Yahweh, Yahushua, King David, the 144,000, man. And that's it, man. So that's that one fold and one shepherd, man. And now I want to drop down to verse 27 real quick, because it says in verse 27, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. So it says my sheep hear my voice, man. They're hearing the voice. They're hearing the cry. That voice is that cry, man, by way of the prophets, man, because that's how Yahweh Bashem Yahushai speaks. He's always spoke through the prophets. But he says my sheep. So right off the top, you have to be a sheep, man. This is not for everybody, man. Is it 15 or is it 15? Hold on. I think it's Matthew. Salakia. Matthew 15. Salakia. Back in Matthew 15. That's Satan, man. Satan, boy, Satan always mess with me when I'm trying to do a lesson, man. Never fails. This is Matthew proving who the sheep are, man, because you have to be a sheep off the top, man. This is Matthew 15 and 24, and it reads, but he answered and said, this is Yahushua speaking, red letters, the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that proves who the sheep are. You have to be an Israelite. The sheep are the Israelites, man. So if you're not an Israelite, you can't be a part of this, man. You're excluded from this thing. And the Israelites are the chosen nation of the Most High Yahweh. And let's prove that too. I like to let the scripture speak and let the Most High tell you. This is Isaiah chapter 41 and Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So Israel is the chosen nation of the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahushai, man. So, and the Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are their chosen people. So when we go back to John, you're the only one eligible to hear that cry, man. You're the only ones, no one else. So dropping back down to John 10 and 27, my sheep hear my voice, Israelites, but we know that's not talking about the whole nation, because pursuing the Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8, the majority of the nation, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. It's going to be destroyed, man. But the one part shall be brought through the fire. So this is all about that one part, the elect, man, the 1/3, man. They're the only ones in these times that's going to hear the voice of the Lord, which is that cry going out by way of the prophets, man. Those men that sigh and that cry for the abominations done in them, therefore in the midst. roughly paraphrasing Ezekiel 9:4, man. You know what I'm saying? That's going to receive that mark, man. That mark of exemption, man. Thawa, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going into. And when you jump up to verse 4, it reads, red letters again, Yahushai. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And if you just pull up like a video of sheep and listening to the voice of their master, of their owner, of their Lord, of their, they don't answer to any other voice but that voice that they know, man. So, same thing, and that's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai used that example, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how sheep really are, man. So the only ones that can, and which reminds me of Revelations 14 and 5, those 4, maybe verse 4, 3 or 4, where it says that the those 144,000 were, as a matter of fact, I'll bring it out. Let's just bring it out. This is Revelations chapter 14, and I'm gonna jump to the point. Verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women, and those women, that the women is representative of these doctrines, man. The philosophies, the doctrines of Esau, man. These other false doctrines, man, which is a false way. These are they which were not defiled with women. That's why the men that you see out here doing these lessons, coming into this thing, being called out of that madness, that crap then grab a hold of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it has the majority of the nation that can't let it go, man. They can't let pork go. They can't let Christianity go, or Catholicism, which is the same one and the same, Egyptology or whatever they're caught up in, Islam, or and they can't let it go. They just can't be pulled away from it. Those they were defiled, but those men that it says were not defiled with women, those strange doctrines, it's talking about doctrines. That's the 144,000. It says, for they are virgins, man. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. I've been bringing out those scriptures that they follow him. They hear the voice and they follow. These were redeemed from among men. They're going to receive that salvation, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. So that's what that's going into. That's going into the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? So continuing on, this is John chapter 8 and verse 43. John 8 and 43. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my words. That's why you can't understand, because you can't even hear the voice. You can't hear the words. The words, this truth, man. You're being blocked. Isaiah 6 and 9 goes into that. Closing the eyes, shutting up the ears. They can't perceive. They can't understand, man. That was done to you. So it's an angel around these people, and they can't get it. So why do ye not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my words. So you can't hear this truth because it wasn't given to you. Mark 4 and 11, Matthew 13 and 11, you know what I'm saying, goes into it. It wasn't given to you. Unto you it is given, but unto them is not given. That's what those scriptures go into, man. Matthew 19 and 11, all men cannot receive of the same, save they to whom it was given, man. These things have to be given to you. And how what the mainstay of that, the main part of that is that understanding. It said, why do ye not understand? Because the understanding of the scriptures, that true understanding, is what's going to bring you that salvation, man. It's vital. It's very important. The understanding, man. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. And it reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. You have no understanding. You don't have that true understanding. You're spiritually dead, which is going to lead you to being physically dead, man. So that understanding is important. And how do you receive that understanding? Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20. And it reads, behold, I stand at the door and knock. And this is red letter, so it's Yahushai. So Yahushai standing at the door and knocking. What is that door? That door is your mind. So he's knocking on the door of your mind. If any man hear my voice, which that ain't talking about literally hearing. That means any man understanding the truth of what the scriptures are saying and open the door, you receive it. I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. So he's going to give you, and that's what that in John I think it's 7:38, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly, out of your mind shall flow rivers of living water, man. So it's just going to continue to grow and build, man. You know what I'm saying? And just flow like a river of water, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that's going into. And that's what that reminds me of. So, which brings me to my final verse, man, because again, this thing is all about the elect hearing that cry, man. The cry is going out and the elect hears it, man. So this is John chapter 5 and verse 25. Because if you receive that understanding, if you can receive that understanding, if you have that understanding, it's going to lead to this. This is John 5:25. Verily, 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 which means truly, truly, I say unto you, the hour is coming and now is, because we're in that 6th hour. We're in that 6th trouble. Salakia, that 11th hour, which is that 6th trouble, which is the salvation is near, man. When the dead, those who were once caught up in the madness, just like everybody else, shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, that cry by way of the prophets. So they're going to hear the cry, and they that hear shall live, because they're going to understand and they're going to make those changes, man. And they're going to come out of the madness and come out of darkness into light, man, as the scriptures say. As a matter of fact, let me go back one more time. Let me go back to Matthew, the 25th chapter, and close this thing out, man. Matthew 25:6. And at midnight, there was a cry made. That cry is going out. This lesson right here, this is a cry. Your brothers are constantly putting up these lessons, man, daily. Every day, man, lessons are coming out like crazy. You got the men of the Lord, the prophets, the servants going out onto the dangerous highways and byways, those highways and hedges, week in, week out, in season, out of season, no matter what the weather or conditions are like, they're out there, man, crying and sighing. That cry is going out, man. You know what I'm saying? And to seal the elect, man. And that's all we're worried about is the elect. This thing is for the elect. That's it. We ain't concerned with nothing else. And at midnight, there was a cry made, which is going to lead to this right here. And at midnight, which is the time of destruction, that 7th vial, man, that 7th trouble. And at midnight, there was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. So that's going to be that deliverance, Yahushai's return, and that simultaneous destruction and deliverance, man. The 6th trouble going into the 7th, so the 6th trouble will be that deliverance coming, go, and the 7th trouble coming right in, that destruction hidden. And the elect, the 1/3 will be saved out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming, man. So, hey, that's all I got. Hopefully this was edifying to the hopefully elect, which I hope to be a part of. Abaratza, Babakashah. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shal Dawadad. And if anybody flags this video or any of the other brothers' videos, takes this video down or any other videos, death to you, death and destruction to you, death and destruction to America, and hey, hopefully this was edifying. Shalom wa abad babal.